Too many young people and too many young businesses, when they start having money come in, take it for themselves. Assistant's got a great thing now in this. Once in every 4 months, somebody sends an email saying, I've got a huge startup that I want you to invest in, but you've got to sign this NDA, which literally every time gets an email back. And the reason is, we've all got ideas. Everybody's got ideas. We could probably sit here for the next 2 hours, draw them all out, record them, and predict the next 78 great startups over the next 9 years. And so I think the thing that is another theme in entrepreneurship is there is way too much fodder brought to the idea. Uber was Magic Cab 3 years earlier. Uber is not an idea. Uber existed. It's called Magic Cab. But the guys that executed it, so they lost. So I think if there's any level of romance left in this room about your idea, I'd like to suffocate it. Because I think the actual situation is what you actually do with it.
One of the hardest things to do when becoming successful is to attack your fears head on. If it scares you, you should try to make an effort to do it at least once. So many people are terrified of skydiving or scared of heights, whatever the case may be. But when you get up in an airplane and you jump out, for that first couple of seconds you are absolutely terrified. You don't know what to do because you're hurling down to the ground after just jumping out of an airplane, something that sounds truly insane. Then you realize you're okay and everything's fine, and you're in a moment there of true bliss where you get to see the beauty of the world from a bird's eye view. From way up in the sky, you see something that not many people get to see. And then you realize on the other side of fear is true bliss. No matter how scary things seem, there's always a learning opportunity at the other end. And a lot of times the things that you're scared of, you don't know that you truly enjoy because you've never tried them. So you need to go out and find things that scare you and make you uncomfortable and try to find a way to get over that fear and over that uncomfortableness, because on the other side of uncomfort is a room for growth. It's been said that that is the biggest room in the entire world. Room for growth, room for improvement, whatever the case may be. That is viewed as the biggest room because there's always a chance for you to grow and learn and improve upon whatever it is you need to.
How hard are you working? I don't know. If you're working 12 hours a day, I feel like you could work 17 if you want, right? Number two, if you're working every hour and you can't work more with the money that's coming in, too many young people and too many young businesses, when they start having money come in, take it for themselves. They want to buy a good watch. They want to buy a good car. They want to buy fancier shoes. What I would do is when my first money, so here's my story. This is not advice I'm giving just for fun. This is my life. I walked in my dad's store. It did $3 million a year, 10% gross profit, $300,000 in profit before expenses. We had no money. I was making $40,000 a year, 37.4 actually. And I built that business from 3 to 45 million in the first kind of 4 or 5 years. 5 years later, this is doing $45 million in sales and I'm making $40,000. This is the advice I gave. And by the way, I was in my 20s and a guy. The exact time, if you're making that kind of money, that you want to use it to do guy things, right? I put it back into the business. I hired 4 more managers, 6 more managers, 7 more managers. I did more advertising. I built a business. So if this money's coming from Chile and the US and Mexico, hire people. Then you can do both. Stop crying and just keep hustling. Hustle is the most important word ever. And that's what you need to do. You need to work so hard. Guys, we're building businesses here. This isn't about parties. We're building businesses. I used to work in a liquor store from 7 in the morning to 10 at night for 7 straight years, and the only days off I took were to watch the New York Jets. I don't want to hear about this job thing, right? 9 to 5, I don't have time. If you want this, if you're miserable, or if you don't like it, or you want to do something else and you have a passion somewhere else, work 9 to 5, spend a couple hours with your family. 7 to 2 in the morning is plenty of time to do damage. It's not going to happen any other way. You're not going to make stickers and give out swag and everybody's going to give a shit about your site. I mean, you start building your equity and your brand and whatever you're trying to accomplish after hours. Everybody has time. Stop watching Lost. And when I watch what people complain about, it breaks my heart because they completely lack perspective. And I genuinely believe my happiness and optimism comes from my perspective. Even in political unrest times like right now, a lot of people are very bent out of shape, but the reality is that it's just never been better to be a human being. That's just the truth. That's just data. That's reality. And yeah, I mean, it's just a very fun time to be alive. So much going on. I mean, like, it's just an incredible time. And I think The way people look at the world right now, because it's such an incredible time, is actually the quickest tell to who they are. If you think it's bad, you have losing, pessimistic DNA. And if you think it's awesome and phenomenal, you have optimistic, winning DNA. And I believe that to be true. And so that's where we're at. I actually get goosebumps, like real heavy goosebumps when I hear something that I know feels right. What's the advice there? There's certain things that I can't talk about because I know they're not practical.
Thank you all so much for watching. Please go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section below.